Okay, children, in the previous class, I explained you about the continent Asia. Isn't it that Asia is the largest continent in the world? And it is not only having the, larger surface area, but the people and the population found in Asia is too much. It hosts 60% of the world's current human population, right? Then 48 countries are there in Asia, right? If we see, Asia is this part, 48 countries are there, and 4 dependent countries, means the countries which actually share the borders with each other, and there are 7 unrecognized countries, means there the number of territories have declared independence and they are seeking diplomatic recognition, but they are not universally getting recognized. Fine. Now, if we talk about the latitudinal extension, latitudinal are these lines, okay, which runs from east to west. So, the latitudinal extension is from 10 degree. If we see here, it is 10 degree south. South of what? South of 0 degree, that is equator. Fine. So, it starts from here and it ends till 80 degree. It means here. It will come here. Right. So, this is the latitudinal extension. I hope this much is very clear. Okay, now comes the longitudinal extension. Longitudinal extension means the lines which runs from the northern pole to the southern pole, right? So Asia lies with, it almost it is, it lies in the eastern hemisphere. Asia lies almost entirely in the eastern hemisphere. So in both the degrees, you will see east and east written. It means it starts from 25. It starts from somewhere here, 25 degree east to 170 degree east. Are you getting my point? Okay, so this is the latitudinal and longitudinal distance. Now comes the boundaries. I explained you about the boundaries also, that it is bounded by the oceans from the 3 sides. Is that very clear? Now, right in the northern side, we will see Arctic Ocean. Can you see here? Okay. Then in the southern side, we can see Indian Ocean. And in the eastern side, we could see Pacific Ocean. So these are the 3 oceans by which this continent is bounded. But what is on the western side? Western side is the land only, right? And which land? That is Europe, and Europe and Russia, Europe and Asia is divided by the land relief, which is known as the Ural Mountains, Ural River, and of course the Caspian Sea. So this is the thing, right? So this is the division, this is the demarcation by which Asia gets separated by Europe. I hope this is very clear. Okay, now comes the coastline. Now, if we see this side, right, this side, we will see the coastline, isn't it? So, Asia has relatively smooth coastline, smooth, but few indentation. Few indentation means somewhere the coastline is broken. So, here, most of the side, you will see that the lines are coming down, or the line which is joining the land to the sea is smoothly running. But somewhere you will see the indentation, cutting, too much of cutting is found there, right? So now what comes on the east coast of Asia, right? So along the east coast is China Sea. We will see the China Sea this side. Okay, so on the eastern coast we will see the China Sea. Here we can see East China Sea, right? Okay, and even you can see it in your books. And then we will see Yellow Sea. Can you see here, children? Yellow Sea, very good. And then as we move further towards the northern side, we will see Sea of Japan, right? So these are some, landmarks by which the the eastern coastal side of Asia is demarcated. I hope this much is very clear. Okay, now let us move a little bit to the northern eastern side. We are on the east. Fine, we are on the east and moving upwards. So which sea you will find there? We will find there the Sea of Okhotsk. Fine. And then little bit further we will see Bering Sea. Fine. So here you will see number of seas which have their different location. These three are where on the east coast, and if we move upward to the northern side and eastern side, we will see Sea of Okhotsk and Bering Sea. I hope this much is very clear. Okay, now let us come to the southern side. We cannot leave the southern side because that part is also what? Covered by water. Right. So in the south, there are two of the bays. One is the Arabian Sea, another side is the Bay of Bengal. Try to recollect everything because you people already know that these two sides are which ocean bodies, right? Water bodies. Arabian Sea and this side Bay of Bengal. Okay, now comes the island. Islands are found where? Mostly, near to the equator in the southern side. Fine. We will see number of islands here, just like Indonesia, right? There are groups of islands in it. Fine. Then we will see Philippines. This is also having number of islands. Now, what is the beauty between these two islands, big islands, group of islands? These two are Southeast Asian nations, right? Indonesia and Philippines, right? Now, between these two big nations, there are 20,000 islands, which means here, this side, between this area is 20,000 islands, and it extends here also. And the biggest or the largest islands are Sumatra and Java. I hope this is clear. Okay, because in the exam it can be asked according to the location, what you're finding there. Fine, is that very clear? Then this, as this is the political map of Asia, now East Asia, eastern side means this side. How many, which countries are coming in it? It is now this side are having Japan, you will find here, right? Japan, North Korea, South Korea, China, and Taiwan. So these countries which are falling this side, they are also referred as the far east countries. I hope this is clear. So these countries are the far east countries. Okay, now come to the Southeast Asia. Little bit down, Southeast Asia, right? So we will see the islands. Definitely we can see, we could see the islands here: Myanmar, Malaysia, then Thailand, then Singapore, Cambodia, Myanmar, we could see here. So these are all the island areas, right, coming in it, in Indonesia and Philippines. Then South Asia, it contains number of countries like India, right, and Pakistan, Bangladesh, then Sri Lanka, which is in the southern side. And these are all the part of SAARC. SAARC is what? The South Asian Association. So these countries are formed like an association for regional cooperation. Is that very clear? So these countries which fall in the southern side of Asia are the part of SAARC. Fine. Okay. Now comes Southwest Asia. Now come to the south and western side. We will see here Arabia, Saudi Arabia, then UAE, then Yemen, then Oman. Can you see here? Iraq and Iran. So, somewhat like this. Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Turkey. So this is all falling on the southern and western side of Asia. I hope this is very clear. Then the biggest part is Russia. Can you see here Russia? Now Russia is not whole and sole inside Asia. Half part is in Asia and the half part is in Europe. Is that very clear? And this is the fifth division. Politically it is divided, and the sixth one in the countries which are coming here this side: Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. These are all the part of USSR. USSR means Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, and this existed from 1922 to 1991, and in 1991 these all countries were, disintegrated, because they don't want to become the part of that, communist party. This was all run by the communist party internationally. So they got the independence in 1991. Fine. Which countries? Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan was, so many are here, right? So these were all disintegrated or broken in 15 independent republic, right? But in the earlier times it was the part of USSR. Now USSR do not exist, so now they are independent republic. I hope this much is very clear. So you need to read each and everything, unless and until you will see and look after the areas, the division, you won't be able to understand. Is that very clear, children? So here you will see each and everything written very clearly. First see the water bodies, then see, the island area, and then see the relief feature, which is divided Asia from Europe. Everything is very clear in the political map of Asia. Is that very clear, children? Okay.